you. This is our second class on magnetic effect of electric current, class 10th as per CBSE syllabus. We are sharing this video for education purposes only on behalf of Ambition Vedic classes. So in previous class we started a new lesson which is called magnetic effect of electric current. In the last class we have also discussed why it is the name of a lesson is so. Earlier we have seen heating effect of electric current, now we have a magnetic effect of electric current. So that means whenever an electric current is passed through a wire, the wire it starts behaving like a magnet. So this behavior of a magnet, or this effect of electric current when current is passed or allowed to pass through a wire, is known as magnetic effect of electric current. In previous class we have studied about discovery of a magnet and how magnets are very important to our life. So the magnet was discovered by a shepherd from Magnesia, an old city of Greece, that we have studied in the previous class. And we have also studied about types of a magnet, which is very important. So we'll quickly revise a bit from previous class, and like I told you in the last class, we will be discussing about magnets for today's class, and then we'll come to magnetic effect of electric current and how it is useful to us. So first of all, we have seen it is very important to know what is a magnet. Like we can see here, this magnet is known as horseshoe magnet, and horseshoe magnet, it is an artificial magnet, a magnet which is designed by man for some specific purposes, for particular purposes. So a magnet is nothing but an object or a material which attracts other metal objects, or many a times magnet also. If we bring two magnets together, they will attract. So an object or a material which attracts other metal objects, they are called a magnet, right? In previous class we have also seen that every magnet basically has two poles. Okay, pole is nothing but a region of a magnet, or the corners of a magnet where the magnetic force of attraction is very strong. And then we have also seen in the previous class how we can find the poles of a magnet if we don't know about it. Okay, so magnet is nothing but an object or material which attracts other metal objects. Okay, importantly, it only attracts metal objects and some alloys that we have seen in the previous class. So a magnet has a very important property of attraction. Now when the magnet was discovered and people were able to see that when they are bringing that magnetite, a rock, close to some metal object, it is sticking. Now the question was why it is sticking to other metal objects and how this is going on, because no one knows that time, no one knew what was going on, how this magnet is going and sticking to the other metal objects, or maybe how iron nails are getting attracted towards the magnet. So that was a very difficult question. When two magnets are brought together, they used to come close to each other and stick to each other. How this is happening? No? Physics always studies about how things are happening and what will happen if we change something into it. Okay, so that is a very important perspective of physics, very important property. We get to learn what things are happening, how they are taking place, so we get to understand which are the ways in which things can work. Okay, so here there was a very big question in front of the scientist and all the very renowned people, that how this thing is happening, and there was a huge competition between many scientists all over the world to show that how these magnets are attracting each other. A magnet has a very important property which is attraction. Sometimes even it can repel. So we have seen that in previous class, that when like poles, when same poles are brought together, when north poles are brought together of a two magnet, or when south poles of a two magnet are brought together, then they repel each other. Like poles, same poles, they repel, they push each other away, they don't want to come close to each other. But when there is unlike poles, for example, one pole is north, another pole is south, when these two opposite poles or unlike poles dissimilar poles are brought together, they come close to each other and they attract each other. Okay, so the property of attraction, how this magnet is able to attract something, why we are not able to attract something. If we place a hand on in front of a metal object, why metal object is not coming close to us? So that is what we want to see. So before that, we know that iron attracts, a magnet attracts all the metal objects including iron, steel, cobalt, copper, and all the metals that is there in the periodic table. Also, we always divide magnets into two types, okay, that we have seen in the previous class. So one type of a magnet is which is naturally available, which is there in the earth or which is coming from inside the earth, and no human being is making a magnet. Okay, so natural magnet which is naturally occurring, which is automatically coming out of the earth. So that means earth is also having some magnet like material. Okay, later you will study that earth is like a magnet, very big magnet, that you will see in higher classes. Earth is also nothing but a magnet. So we call such magnets which is not made by us as natural magnet, and all the magnets that we made after that, after the discovery of a magnet, we found out so many things about a magnet and we started making it and doing new things about it, right? Then what is a natural magnet? A natural magnet is nothing but a magnet that occurs naturally in nature. Automatically it is coming out of earth or it is found. Such magnet is also known as a lodestone or magnetite. Magnetite is a mineral ore. Okay, I hope you people remember when we discussed in the previous class. Artificial, so this is how it looks like. Okay, like a rock. Artificial magnet is nothing but a magnet which is made by man for different purposes. We make some magnets which is useful for us. Okay, such magnets, they are known as artificial or man-made magnets, and they come in different types: a bar magnet, ring magnet, horseshoe magnet, magnetic needle which is used in magnetic compass, disc magnet. Also there is something called spherical magnet or a sphere magnet. Okay, now to find out what is a magnetic field, first of all we should know what is a magnetic field. Okay, so magnetic field means nothing but the area surrounding a magnet in which magnetic force exists. That means whenever we bring an iron nail, if we place the iron nail somewhere here which is much far away from a magnet, the magnet is not going to attract. But if we bring some nails close to the magnet will automatically attract, right? So that means there is up to certain distance only a magnet can attract something. Okay, if we are keeping an iron nail beyond that distance, what happens? He is not able to attract. Now what is the reason? That we will see later. So that also shows, so like a cricket field, there is certain region. Okay, for example, let's say a magnet, if we are keeping a magnet iron object somewhere close to the magnet, in this region it is going to attract. So like we have a cricket field, a whole circular boundary like that. Similarly, a magnet is also having a boundary. So this is the boundary, right? Anything which is kept outside the boundary, it will not attract, but iron nails or something which is kept inside the boundary, it will automatically attract. So this area or the region in space where a magnet can attract something is known as its magnetic field. The area surrounding a magnet in which if a metal object is placed, okay, don't place heavy metal object because this magnet is very small, so it will not take attract very heavy. If you are keeping truck here inside this and you are expecting the magnet will attract, it is very difficult because this magnet is not having that much strength or a power to attract a truck. You're getting me? Okay, so what is a magnetic field? Magnetic field is nothing but the area surrounding a magnet, near a magnet, in which when we keep metal objects it will attract. So that region is known as a magnetic field. This region, if we keep some metal objects in this region, then it will attract. But if we keep something outside the boundary, This is the boundary. Boundary means this is where surrounding a magnet, this is where the magnetic force of attraction is 0. So after this boundary, if we place something, then it will not attract anything. This is known as a magnetic field. The area or a region in which surrounding of a magnet, in which if some metal object is kept, it will attract. That is what is known as a magnetic field.